E-learning module presented by ETDC Vijayawada SC Railway. Topic is equipments available in machine room number 1 and 2, SB1, SB2, HB1, HB2 in three-phase locos and their working functions. We can see here the layout of three-phase loco. From cap to end. We can enter in center corridor from cap to end. In mission room 1, the first equipment here. Yeah, auxiliary is required. In normal condition, this AR will be charged by MR pressure, and in dead loco, it was charged by BP pressure through 47 cock. You can see charged by MR pressure in normal condition. In dead loco, while moving loco as dead, if 47 cock open from BP, the BP pressure will be charged to the AR. This AR pressure will be used for two things. One for parking brakes, application releasing, for operation of parking brakes, and for propulsion working. It is having one rain cock under AR reservoir. TMB2, traction motor blower number 2, just like MVMT2. So here from cabin end, traction motor 1, 2, 3, and capture side 4, 5, 6 will be there. 4, 5, 6 traction motors was pulled by TMB2, but which was available in machine room number 1. By the side of TMB2, one scavenging blower is there. 3-phase scavenging blower. 3-phase scavenging blower number 2 available in machine room number 1. The purpose of this 3-phase scavenging blower number 2, it will clean the dust from filters of OCB1 and TMB2. So OCB1 and TMB2 will take air from outside. So filters are placed in between the air passes. This filters was cleaned by scavenging blower. So scavenging blower 2 will clean the dust from filters of OCB1 and TMB2. By the side, pneumatic panel was provided. So two types of pneumatic panels are there. We are having two types of brake systems, the RCCB2 and E70 brake system. So pneumatic panel, VCD unit, MCPA, all equipments available in this panel. We can see here E70 brake system. some Brakeltrons, VCD unit, pressure switches, cogs and valves, and in front of the pneumatic panel, MCPA. You can see MCPA, baby compressor. This pneumatic panel equipment and working we will see in the E70 brake system. You can see here NOR pneumatic panel. So two types of pneumatic panels are available in three-phase loco. E70 brake system, NOR pneumatic brake system. So you can see different valves. BPCP, RCP, charging of BP, and proportion working and loco brakes, Parcock, PTDC mode functions, different cogs, different valves. We will discuss about this in an NOR CCVT brake system. By the side of pneumatic panel, here 5 pressure switches are provided. So 5 pressure switches are provided. You can see first one RGLP 269.4. So to get TB track effort, minimum 6.4 kg per centimeter square of pressure is required. So it will monitor the pressure. If pressure is less, you will get a message. Less MR pressure, TB will not respond. With F1002P1. Second and third, RGCPs. Two RGCPs, 172.2 and 172.3 for maintaining of MR pressure 8 to 10. Between 8 to 10, generally 1 MR will start. If pressure is less than 8, both MRs will start. With the help of these pressure switches. 4 and 5 pressure switches, 269.6 bar 1 and 269.6 bar 2 will monitor the BC pressure. If BC pressure more than 0.6, if speed is 10 and above, TB will become 0 with a message F1009P1. OCP, oil cooling blower unit. These two radiators will be there. And from transformer, the transformer pump will circulate the transformer oil to the radiator and back to the transformer tank. Transformer tank and pump are providing under track. From traction converter, this traction converter oil in case of GTO, and water coolant, glycol water coolant in case of IGBT was circulated by pump. Both radiators was cooled by oil cooling blower OCP1. Similarly, in machine number 2, OCP2 will take the air from the roof to a filter, these both radiators will cool. So OCB unit 1. By the side, SR1, traction converter 1. It will convert single phase to 3-phase supply. The 3-phase supply will be given to the traction motors. So traction converter 1 will give supply to the traction motor 1, 2, 3. So there are two types of traction converters, GTO and IGBT. This traction converter oil was circulated by a pump. By the side of the converter we can see it will circulate traction converter oil to the OCB unit and back to the traction converter. In case of IGBT, water coolant, glycol mixed water coolant will use. So water pump was available to circulate the water coolant from SR to oil cooling unit and back. You can see here in IGBT SRs, water pump was available to circulate the water coolant from SR to OCB unit 1 and back. You can see water coolant tanks. Water coolant tank on SR. Some of the look, this pump was available inside the SR also. Some of the makes of IGBT, so this pump will be available inside the SR. In case of GTO SR, we can see oil level indicators will be there on SR. And the same corridor we can see transformer oil level indicators also. Transformer oil level indicators also will be there. So by side of traction converter, on machine blower, single phase machine blower, we'll take the air, we'll cool the machine number 1. So while taking air, the air will pass through a filter. This filter was cleaned by the scavenging blower. I have single phase scavenging blower. By the side of machine blower 1, Bourbon. In Bourbon, auxiliary converter 1 was provided. Auxiliary converter 1 will convert single phase AC to 3-phase AC and it will give supply to the OCB1 and OCB2. Oil cooling blower number 1, oil cooling blower number 2. SB1 panel. On the side of Bourbon, SB1 panel. Low tension cubicle panel. In SB1 panel, you can see here SB1 panel and SB2. This is SB1 and SB2. First we will see about SB1 panel. In SB1 panel, 4 switches are available. 4 switches are available. 152, 154, 160 and 237.1. 152 failure mode switch with 2 positions 0 and 1. 0 position normal, In normal position, smooth control of TEB will respond. TEB failure, handle operation failure, or in case of a message F1703P1 or F1803P1, TEB not responding. We have to change the switch to one position. If you keep this switch to one position, by rotating in the anti-clockwise, the TEB will respond in 3 steps: 33%, 66%, and 100%. Conditions for operation of this 152 switch. This is to be operated. Condition to operate this switch. TEB handle should be on 0. After keeping TEB handle on 0 only, we have to change the switch position 152. On run, it can be done. The TEB handle should be on 0. So we can say about 152 switch. So 2 positions, 0 normal position, fine control throughout the range, and 1 position, failure mode. The control will be in steps through auxiliary contacts in 3 steps. For operation of this switch, so TEB handle should be on 0. If throttle not responding, or in case of faults F1703P1 or 1803P1, we can change this switch 152. Next switch 154, bogey isolation switch, bogey cutoff switch. 4 positions, normal, 1, 2, 1 plus 2. In normal position, all traction motors in service. Both trucks, both bogies, all traction motors in service. In one position, truck 1 isolation, TM123 will isolation. In WG9, WP7, 1 and 2 in case of WP5. If in 2 position, truck 2 will be isolated. 4, 5, 6 isolation in WG9 and WP7, and 3, 4 isolation in case of WP5. In 1 plus 2 position, both trucks isolation, all traction motors will isolate. So this will be used in trailing mode operation while working multi. If leading loco failed, we can work from leading loco itself with the help of rear loco power by keeping 154 1 plus 2. In trailing mode operation, we can operate 154 to 1 plus 2. We can see the positions 154 on 1. Truck 1 isolation, 1 plus 2 both trucks isolation, and 2 truck 2 will isolate. So conditions for operating 154 switch. If locos are running, TEB on 0 position, open VCB, ensure node FLG 550, then we can change the position of 154. After keeping this 154 switch on either 1 or 2 position, after 10 seconds, this bogie will isolate, concerned truck will isolate. In standstill, stopped condition, open stopped condition. So TEB should be kept on 0 and ensure node FLG 590. And change the position of 154. One important precaution we have to take here. If I keep 154 on one position, truck 1 will isolate. Again, if I keep 154 on 2 position, truck 2 also will isolate, but truck 1 will not come into service. To bring isolated system, subsystem into service, we have to switch off C and switch on C. Next switch 160. Shunting mode switch. Configuration switch. Two questions 1 and 0. 160 on one question. Normal question is 1. We can work normal with a normal speed. If you place this switch 160 to 0, only the maximum speed of the loco or train will be 15 kph, 1.5. You can see here 160 on 0 position. If we keep 160 on 0 position, we get a message also. F1106P2. Loco is on shunting mode. Speed cannot be more than 15 kph. Conditions for operating this 160 switch. For operating this switch 160, train or loco should be stopped condition. T handle 0 and reverser MPG should be on 0. In stopped condition and MPG 0, then only we have to change this switch. Fourth switch 237.1 vigilance control device. VCD cutoff switch. Two questions. One is normal question. If we keep 237.1 on 0, VCD will be isolated. And we will get a message F1105PT. Condition for operating this switch: C off and change the position, then C on. So in one position, VCD in service, 0, VCD isolated. Before operating this switch, C should be switched off. QT fuse, potential transformer fuse. There are two types of fuse are provided, one glass type or HRC type fuse. Whenever we will raise the fan down, the supply from OHE through pantograph, through root bars, potential transformer is connected. The supply will step down and the supply will come to the MVR, U meters and SR electrons. If this QT fuse melts, we will get a message F0104P1. Catenary voltage out of limit. With LSFA blinking, BPFA glow. So we have to ensure whether U meter is deviating or not. If U meter not deviating, attend for OHE, Panto and roof equipments. If U meter deviating and this message comes, we have to ensure this good condition of this QT fuse. We have to check and change the fuse. For changing of this fuse, Panto should be lower condition. After wearing of Panto only, you have to change this fuse. PT fuse capacity 2 amps. Next OCR 78. Just like VLAN. Any more current in the feeding closed circuit, OCR will come into service and VCP will trip. Mechanical locking relay. We will get a message F0108P1. With the message F0108P1, VCP will trip, LSFA blink, BPFA will glow. So we have to troubleshoot for VLAN. So check any abnormality, smoke, smell, fire in the machine 1, 2, and any abnormality in 100 track. So if any abnormality, ask for relief engine. there is no abnormality. Once we can reset just like QLR. If second time OCR acts as per relief engine. In modified locus, if second time OCR acts, C will off. MVR, minimum voltage relay. This will be useful only for cooling mode. Here, control breakers will see in SB1, similarly in SB2 also. The MCBs 127.12, 127.12, Panto bar VCB. 3 bar 1, cab 1 controlling breaker. 310.1 bar 1, headlight. 127.1 bar 1, traction converter 1. 11 bar 1, GTO breaker. 22 bar 1, auxiliary converter 1 breaker. 127.9 bar 1, 9 bar 2, processor breakers. 2 bar 1, monitoring breaker for MCBs HV1 and harmonic filter. 127.91 by 1, DC-DC converter, pilot lamps breakers. These are all 10 breakers available in SB1. In modified provision of RTS locus, RTS real-time information system breaker also available in SB1. Remaining MCBs, VCD 127.15, cab 2 and headlight 2, brake controls for pneumatic, commission breakers 81 and 82, 127.81 and 82, DC-DC converter breakers, air dryer, traction converter 2, monitoring breaker of HV2, auxiliary converter 2, auxiliary converter 3, pumps and scavenging breaker, 127.9394, processor breakers, speedometer breaker and speed sensor breakers, and total load breaker, any modification breakers of total load, all available in SB2. In addition, Missionum lights, marker lights, MCPA 112.1 and charger output breaker. These all breakers also available in SB2. And in SB1, contactors 126.218 for C on. For C on, this both 126.218 has to close. In cooling mode, only 126 will close. In 136.4, for closing of VCP, and 338.1 for headlight. So you can see here conductors 126 to 180. Both conductors has to close for C on. When C on, both contactors will, after closing of contactors 126 to 180 only, C will on. In driving mode, both will close. In cooling mode, only 126 will close. For closing of VCP, coil 136.4 has to pick up and contactor has to close. If this coil pick up only, VCP will close. For headlight, 338.1 for cab 1. Cab 1 side headlight, this contactor has to close. These are all for 126 to 180 and 136.4 and 338.1 available in SB1 panel. One 136.4 actually contactor for VCP. When we close VCP, if you are closing VCP from cab 1 to cab 1 127.3 bar 1 MCB, cab activation contactor close 126.71. When we close BLDC, already fan was raised 130.1 close through BLDC command of cab 1, 136.4 will pick up. So there is no disable command for HV1, STB1, then 136.4 will pick up. After 136.4 pick up, this normally open lock will close. Battery supply through 107.12 NCB for point over VCB. BPMSs are not in positive condition. OCR in normal position. When C on, so 106.6 coil will pick up. C on coil. Through this 136.4, so STB and HV will get on command for closing of VCB. So after getting VCB on command, the supply from VCB and VCB will close. So two coils will be there, closing coil and holding coil. So VCB will close through this 136.4 and for VCB holding, this SR1, SR2 feedback has to come. And VCB will hold. So for closing of VCB, this 136.4 coil has to pick up, this contact has to close. In modified topos, a switch, VCU reset switch available in SB1 panel. In case of transient problems, so C can off on by this switch, VCU reset switch. BP will not drop, only one contactor 218 will open. 126 will be in closed condition, but only 218 will open. If you operate C off by BL switch, both contacts will open and BP will drop and train will stop. If you operate by VCU reset switch, only 218 will open, BP will not drop. So in case of BHEL make and ABB make SR fitted locos, this is to be operated only when stopped condition. Conditions for operating this switch: DJ should be open, panther should be lower, and when you press this switch, one resetting coil will energize. This resetting coil interlock will open on 218. So only 218 will open. So BP will not drop. So in case of transient problems, we can attend by operating VCU reset switch. This VCU reset switch will be pressed for a maximum of 20 seconds. So normal makes 5 to 8 seconds. CDAC T-Sen VCU make 20 seconds. While operating this VCU reset switch, VCD to be acknowledged. VCD not acknowledged, VCD actions may take place. Once VCD reset switch is pressed, ensure display gets rebooted and nodes start progressing. Again, rebooting takes place. One more modification: ECP-SW switch available in SB1 panel. So in case of HBB2 processor problems, processor defective, CPs will not work in auto mode. This switch can be on for working of CPs in case of HBB2 problems. Under STP1, control cards provision is there. So next you will see HB1. HB1 high tension tube here. In HB1 we can see 3-phase MCBs. MCBB for TFP pump 62.1 bar 1. Traction converter pump 63.1 bar 1. MCP 47.1 bar 1. TMB 53.1 bar 1. Scavenging blower 55.1 bar 1. Oil cooling blower OCB 59.1 bar 1. These MCBs are available in HB1. And single phase MCBs. Single phase Vishnu blower 54.1 bar 1. And single phase scavenging blower 56.1 bar 1. And cap fans, cap heaters, ventilator blowers. These MCBs are available in HB1. Instead of HB1, in some of the locos, TPWS provision, train production warning system provision is there. TPWS panel will be available. TPWS panel, train production warning system panel. Here you can see two switches. One is a battery control switch for TPWS, and second is for TPWS service switch. While working loco in non-TPWS territory, the track provision without TPWS. In non-TPWS territory, these switches to be kept in horizontal position, isolation position. Only between Agra to Delhi, the system should be on position. TWS territory, the switches to be kept into on position. In non-TWS territory, the switches to be closed, horizontal position. Both the switches horizontal position. So you can see isolation position of TWS battery control switch, horizontal position, and TWS service switch into the horizontal position, isolation position. So if loco is working in non-TWS territory, non-TWS track, these both switches will be kept in horizontal. Similarly, two cogs, TWS isolation cogs should be in close position in both the caps which are available under driver's desk. Next one, MR1. The reservoirs MR1 and MR2 located in mission number 1. MR1 is located in mission number 1 and MR2 is located in mission number 2 in case of WAG9 and WAP7. But in WAP5 locos, this AR and MR1 and MR2 located on the track. MR1 with drain cog facility also available in the mission number 1. In hotel load provision locos, that is WAP5 and WAP7. So hotel load converters provision available in mission room number 1 and 2. So with this mission room 1 equipments was completed. Now we'll see equipments available in mission room number 2 from cabinet. TMB1 traction motor blower number 1 will cools the traction motor 1, 2, 3 in case of WAG9 loco or WAP7, 1 and 2 in case of WAP5 loco. TMB1 was located in mission room number 2. On the side of TMB1, 3-phase cabin blower 1 was located. The purpose of 3-phase cabin blower 1 will clean the filters of OCB2 and TMB1. TMB1 filter and OCB2 filter dust will be cleaned by the 3-phase scavenging blower number 1. This 3-phase scavenging blower 1 located near TMB1 and placed in mission room number. Next, harmonic filter. To suppress the hormones in traction power circuit. So any high frequencies will be suppressed in harmonic filter. Harmonic filter is a combination of 3 parts. One is conductor, resistance, capacitor. Resistance was provided in loco roof, was cooled by atmospheric air. This capacitor and conductor placed in the harmonic filter box. OCB2 oil cooling blower 2. One fan will be there. OCB2. This OCB2 will cool the transformer oil which was circulated by transformer pump located in under truck. Transformer tank and pump are located in the truck. This transformer pump will circulate the transformer oil to the OCB unit and back to the transformer tank. So one more radiator, the SR2 oil or water coolant. GTO type locos, the SR2 oil was circulated by the SR pump to the OCB unit and back to the SR unit. In IGBT locos, water coolant, glycol, water coolant was circulated by the traction converter to pump from SR2 to OCB unit 2 and back to the SR2. These both radiators was cooled by OCB2 blower, oil cooling blower number 2. Traction converter 2. It will convert single phase AC to 3-phase supply. That 3-phase supply will be given to the traction motors 4, 5, 6 in case of WAC 9 and WAP 7, 3 and 4 in case of WAP 5. Two types of converters are there, GT mode, IGBT. Oil levels and water levels indicators are there on SR unit. In case of IGBT, water pump was available to circulate the water coolant. In case of GTO, oil pump is available for circulation of traction converter oil to the OCB unit and back. By the side of SR2, single phase machine room blower number 2. Take the air from the atmosphere and it cool the machine room number 2. To cool the machine room number 1 and 2, single phase machine room blowers are provided to limit the temperature in the machine room 1 and 2. At the side, single phase scavenging blower was provided. It will clean the dust from single phase machine room blower filters. So machine room blower will take the air from the atmosphere through a filter. This filter was cleaned by the single phase scavenging blower. By the side, bar 2. In bar 2, auxiliary converter 2 and 3 are provided. Auxiliary converter 2 will supply the TMP1, TMP2, TMP pump 1, TMP pump 2, traction converter pump 1, traction converter pump 2. And auxiliary converter 3 will feed MCP1, MCP2, 3-phase scavenging blower number 1, 3-phase scavenging blower number 2 and charger. So this auxiliary converter 1, 2, 3 are located in bus. Converter 1 is located in bar 1, converter 2 and 3 are located in bar 2 and charger also located in bar 2. This auxiliary converter will convert single phase AC to 3-phase and will be given to the supply to the auxiliaries. By the side, SB2, low tension cubicle panel, SB2. You can see here panel SB2. In this panel, control breakers are there. Nearly 25 MCBs are there. This SB2 panel, we already discussed about these control breakers. Here you can see two MCBs, 110 and 112.1. 110 is a charger output breaker. 112.1. MCB like HBA cum CCBA. We already discussed about 110 and 112.1 in battery block charger control circuit. The related problems already discussed. This 110 charger output breaker, 112.1 HBA cum CCBA. FDU, fire detecting unit. In case of fire in machine room number 1 and 2, smoke sensors are provided around the machine rooms through a pipeline. If any smoke smell fire, these smoke sensors will detect the fire. If two smoke sensors detect the fire, priority 1 message will come, F1501P1. So LSFI will bring, BPFI will grow. If one smoke sensor detects the fire, we will get a priority to message F1502P2. If any smoke sensor message, fire detecting unit will detect and will give a message. If any fault message of fire detection, either F1501P1 or F1502P2, stop the train, trip DC, lower panto, inspect the machine 1 and 2. So in case of any fire, so we can extinguish the fire with CO2 type carbon dioxide fixed fire extinguisher. In case of small fire, we can extinguish with portable fire extinguishers. In case of big fire, we can use CO2 type fire extinguishers. If any fire takes place in mission 1 or mission 2, so we have to stop the train and secure, close the car doors, open the fire extinguishers knobs. These fixed fire extinguishers, big fire extinguisher of CO2, available in cap beside ALP. So we have to open the valve and we have to open the cock also. If any latch is there, remove the latch and open the cock. Then this CO2 will enter into the mission 1 and 2 through fire extinguisher nozzles. It will expel and fire will be extinguished. After fire extinguishing, so we have to acknowledge on FDU, reset button has to press. If any abnormality, if any equipment board, isolate concerned equipment and clear section with precautions. So we have to reset FDU and acknowledge BPFA and we can clear the section. In case of any fire, after extinguishing of fire, we have to reset button on fire detecting unit. In some of the locos, a fire extinguisher ball available in mission room for extinguishing of fire. We can see here fire extinguisher ball. This ball can be used for extinguishing of fire. This provision is available in some of the locos for extinguishing of fire. Fire extinguisher ball. You can see here a contactor 130.1 for rising of Panto. For rising of Panto, this 130.1 coil has to pick up and contactor has to close. And one more contactor 48.2 for starting of baby compression MCPA. The contactor has to close. Coil has to pick up, this contactor has to close. And 338.2 headlight 2 for working of headlight 2. This contactor has to close. From cap to headlight, for cap to headlight, this contactor has to close. These three, 130.1 and 48.2 and 338.2 available in SB2. So you can see here 130.1 for Panto rising. That coil has to pick up, this contactor has to close for rising of Panto, which was available in SB2. Similarly, 48.2. This contactor has to pick up for starting off MCPA. 338.2 for headlight 2. This is 130.1 and 48.2 and 338.2 available in SB2. You see how 130.1 contact will close. So initially if we are working from cab 1, 127.3 bar 1 and cab activation contact will close, 126.11 close. If you operate ZPD1 through ZPD1 interlock, ZPD up command, there is no Panto disable command. So 130.1 coil will pick up. 131 contact close. If 130.1 contact close, it's normal movement lock was closed. Through MCB 120.12, if BPMS is not in pressed condition, 130.1 contact movement lock. So STP1 HBP2 will get Panto rising command. Whenever Panto rising command will come in driving mode, through this read relays, depends upon the position of Panto selector switch. Concerned BPD coils will energize, concerned Panto will be rise. So for rising of Panto, this 130.1 coil has to pick up, this contact has to close. So with this, so SB2 equipments completed. SB2 panel equipments, what are the equipments available we have seen. Under SB2, control cards are available, processor cards, STP2, HBP2 are available under SB2. Next, HB2. High tension cubicle. 62.1 bar 2 for TFP pump 2. 63.1 bar 2 for traction converter pump 2. 47.1 bar 2 for MCP 2. 53.1 bar 2 for TMP 2. 55.1 bar 2 for scavenging blower number 2. 3-phase scavenging blower number 2. 59.1 bar 2 for OCB 2. 6 3-phase MCBs are available. And 2 single-phase MCBs. 54.1 bar 2 for machine room blower 1. 56.1 bar 2 for single-phase scavenging blower number 1. And 100 battery charger input breaker. In some of the locos it was available in HB2, in some of the locos on bar 2. Charger input breaker 100. Next MR2. Main reservoir 2 and this safety valve available in mission room number 2. If photo load converter provision is there, photo load converters also available in mission room number 2. In WG 9H locos, you get high tractor effort. The weight of the loco is 135 tons. Compensating weights are provided in mission rooms. In addition, so oil levels, transformer oil level, breather, conserver tanks, oil levels 1 and 2 in mission 1 and 2. Similarly, SR1, SR2 oil levels. In case of GT locos, oil levels. In case of IGBT locos, water levels and temperature sensors. Single phase winding under HV1 and in the center car on roof HMI box, VCB unit, all the equipments available in mission 1 and 2. A resetting procedure for MCBs. The MCBs available in HV1 can be reset by tripping of daisy. If any of the MCB trip in HV1, HV2, trip VCB and then we can reset. For resetting of MCBs in SB1, SB2, so we have to switch off CE and switch on CE except MCBs of marker lights, headlight, mission lights and speedometer. For other controlling MCBs, so we have to switch off CE and reset and switch on CE. So we will see procedure for resetting of MCBs. There are 4 types of MCBs available in 3-phase loco. So first we are able to see one MCB with on and off positions. Normal position and tripped position. For MCB trip, simply we have to lift the knob to normal position. 2 position MCB. 3 position MCB. On position, off position. If it is trip, it will come to the middle position, approximately middle. This is the trip position. Any MCB trip, pull the handle to downwards first, then move into the off position. Then only this MCB will reset. 3 position MCB. On, off. This is also 3 position MCB. On, trip, off. If it is trip, we have to bring to the off position, then we have to move to the on position. You can see here 2 knobs are there, red and blue. If red knob is in out position, normal position is out. If blue knob or black or green knob in out position, MCB in tripped condition. If red knob is in out position, MCB working condition. If blue or black or green knob is in out position, MCB in tripped condition. If MCB trip, we have to press this blue knob, blue, black or green knob for resetting of this type of MCB. 4th type of MCB. So you can see here, MCB in vertical position, working position, normal position. If it is come to the horizontal 9 o'clock position, it was in tripped condition. For resetting, we have to turn this MCB to 12 o'clock position, normal position. In some of the MCBs, this type of MCBs, if MCB trip, this will come to the 11 o'clock position, there is off position. For resetting, it should be brought to the 9 o'clock position. Again, we have to turn to the 12. Then only this MCB will reset. With this, we have seen 4 types of MCBs which are available in 3-phase loco. How to reset. Available in SB1, SB2, HV1, HV2. So with this, the equipments available in machine room number 1 and 2, SB1, SB2, HV1, HV2 completed. Thank you.